another live stream, another time to play with toys and ramble on for an hour or two, depending on how this goes. But we do have a bit amount to look at. I mean, it's like every week I always do about 2 or 3 things, even 4 if I want to. But today, we actually have a lot to first get to really when it comes to like the weekly pickups, because I've been spending a little money because it's like one like the holothon stuff, and then 2 really just finding good deals on stuff mainly. So you know, a lot of turtle stuff, a lot of just Marvel stuff, a lot of Hasbro. So first, picked this up on Friday, I think, because they had this at Target and they had this on sale. Finally, is the Turtles of Grayskull Mouse Jaw, and I've seen this a few times, like at my Target, like they've had it for a while. So I've been waiting to finally get this. So it's nice to finally have another Masters of the Universe kind of thing. And I do have a little bit of Masters of the Universe. I don't have too much like when it comes to like the Masterverse line, but it's like ever since they announced like the Turtles kind of kind of like the universe, and and the Masters of the Universe kind of coming together to do stuff like this. So it's like especially when I saw this, it's like, yeah, that's really cool. It's like I want to get that, and then they had it on clearance at Target, so I was like, yeah, definitely getting this. But a beautiful figure, some great packaging, I will say. Like this is probably like one of like the best packagings that's really been like coming out with like all like the designs and the artwork, and how it's kind of like how it's Mousetrap, like, or how it is, or like it's the Mousers plus Trapjaw, his name is. So it's like all those little elements, and you even get like a little actual Mouser right there, or if you prefer, have them on there on the arm like there. But some great artwork, really cool little thing. So that's our first pickup. We're not going to be looking at that today. That goes over there. But then and this kind of actually culminates into what we're doing today, but I'll just show off because it is technically a part of the weekly pickups. Is that on Hasbro they have some outlet stuff, so I finally picked up the Crystar that I've needed, which we're gonna be looking at today. So not too much on that, but then they also had this Spider-Man, the VHS line, like the Green Goblin and the Mary Jane Watson, like on their outlet on Pulse. So I thought, you know what, I might as well get going. And we might do a stream with this. I don't know. I kind of want to do a video of this too, just to show off. But it's like it's just Green Goblin and Mary Jane. I mean, I got an MJ right there. I got a Green Goblin back there. And it's like, and y'all just saw it. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do a thing with this, or if I just want to just open this and enjoy it, because really it's like I'm really after like the new, like this new MJ, just to get something new, something updated, more kind of more MJ. It's like instead of just the black shirt and the jeans, and then also getting a new like a Goblin, with the cartoon accurate glider, and also like the head sculpt as well, like looks pretty good. So even though I do want to get like the Mezco like the Mezco Green Goblin, so it's like, and also like these boxes are kind of cool. So it's like, and I also have a couple of the other like the VHS, like I have like the Aunt May, and I have the Doc Ock 2-pack. I've already opened those just for myself. And that 2-pack's okay. It's not the greatest, but it's fine. And so we'll see with this. I might just open this by myself and just show it off, but only time will tell. And then big things, because as we all know, Holothon has been going on with NECA, and usually that means a lot of like just stuff that they're putting out, but it's mainly about the Turtles stuff. And main thing is like the main ones I've really been after is this yeah, like in this business suit, Casey Jones, right there, and then also the foot soldier, which is split in half, hot dog style, if you will, which is crazy looking. So it's like, and since I actually got the re-release of the the original KC and the foot soldier 2-pack where he's in like his regular clothing, and then with that one the foot soldier, like it's only like its stomach is like split, like in half. So it's like, so this might be, I don't know if this will be next stream, so we'll probably be looking at both of those 2-packs. I don't know, but I'm not gonna complain because these look like awesome figures. So that's definitely something to look at in the future. And then really like the ones I was really looking for, main one was this Mirage Foot Enforcer. I really want to get like the regular foot soldiers, like the foot ninjas, and then also like at least one of like the elite one, because they look really cool. But it's like, begin this foot soldier, was this the Enforcer in classic colors, because I do have it in the in the all blue look. So we might also do that. So where we'll do, so if I get so if I get if I get 2 of the regular foot soldiers like in this color, because I have 2 of them in blue to go with the shredder, and then if I get at least one of like the elite ones, I guess they're called elite, I have no idea, but it's like, but if I get one of those, I'll definitely do a stream of all of those and just be like, here's my comic foot army, both regular color and the blue. So, and this is classic, so it's like that all red and gray, still like the same sculpt and great packaging. I mean, look at that, that's so cool. And even showing off like of what's to come. Like you have like the Rat King, which and that looks good. I don't really like the giant monstrous look for him, but if it's how it is, that's how it is. But then you have the regular foot soldier, and then you have the Triceraton Rex, I think he was. I still need to get him because he's a massive figure and he looks cool. So yeah, but definitely glad I could get this because Target always missing at the pre-orders. Oh, and also I forgot to mention on the back of the Casey, and then also on the back of this, I failed to mention. This is where you also have like the Usagi, like where he's in the samurai gear, and then the Usagi in the space gear. And I did see the space gear one, but I'm really just looking at the classic one, which I do have. I think that's either coming tomorrow or maybe Friday. I don't know. I need to get my update on that because I did buy that recently. And I'm like, I can't. It's coming. I gotta get it. So, and then also, their other Holothon 2-pack where it's Mikey and Donatello, where it's Samurai Adventures and Space Adventures, and those look really cool. Nice little designs. Kind of reminds me of of the Playmates toys, because they're because they're just like their own designs. They're not even like based on like the cartoon at all. So that's really cool. And then last pickup for the week was also, when I got those, I also got the Jack Kirby, the Mirage figure. Yeah, and he looks really good. It's it's nice to have a Jack Kirby figure finally in the collection, because for some reason Hasbro just won't do it. I don't know if it's like a thing with Marvel where they're just like, yeah, we just don't really care about Jack Kirby, even though he was, a very significant part of what of what the golden age of Marvel was, not just Stan Lee, even though Stan Lee literally a god of a man, but but so is Jack Kirby, and he got to mess with the turtles, and that's really cool. So, and then on the back, it's like you still have those. It's like it's all like the same, but you get the little foot enforcer, and that's nice. So to be like, hey, there's all these. Look forward. So yeah, so we'll definitely be opening up him at a stream. I have a lot of Mirage like a lot of like the Mirage comic turtle figures, like the lines. I don't have the actual turtles. Like I don't have these turtles at all. I don't really care for the bulkier ones. I'm more of the skinnier kind, but we'll see. But yeah, but one day it's like we'll definitely get to opening up all that turtle stuff because I got so much turtles. I have room for like for all these turtle stuff. I don't really have that much room. It's like it's mainly like for the cartoons, comics. I don't really have a place for yet. That's why I've been kind of waiting until I can get some more room. But I keep buying it because it's still good. So yeah. But I think without further ado, we're just gonna go ahead show off what we're actually looking at today, which is we have 1, 2, and of course 3. We're gonna be opening up 3 of the 7 figures, from the newest Void Wave, kind of like I guess Hasbro's like their newest kind of like Avengers. I would call this like an Avengers wave, in my eyes. I guess. I guess they're just like it's just a Marvel wave or a Vision, but it's just all that. So, but it's like, but these are like the main 3 I really wanted. Yeah, out of this line, I think the rest, cause I'm looking back here, cause how they have, New Warrior Justice and Namorita and Namor and Black Panther. The rest of those, I'm kind of, I don't need them. Yeah, it's kind of like I have a classic Namor. I don't really care for really look for Black Panther. I have I have the Black Panthers I want. Namorita is probably like the most unique, but I have no attachments to the character, so I don't really care. And then also, New Warrior's Justice. I don't even know who that is. So it's like he looks interesting, but just looks like a superhero guy. But we're gonna go ahead get these 2 out of here because I want to first get to Vision, and it's like, and this is like the Vision figure that I think everyone has been, waiting to, get their hands on. Can get a new, classic, updated Vision, as you can see here. And of course, this was also, I think, no, this wasn't the comeback of the Windows. This was like the second. Was this? Because I always remember how they had the wave this Luke Cage was in that. That was like the first wave I think they had back. I think it was. I can't remember what wave it was. What was it called, or what was the Build-A-Figure? Was that the mindless one or something? Like the one, like the all black kind of monster guy with like the glowing red eye. I think that was the first one, but this is kind of still. Oh, excuse me. He was like, but this is still kind of like, hey, the windows are back. Look at these figures. They look amazing. And then, but we're just gonna get right into it. So of course you have your classic Legend series up here. You have your Build-A-Figure, Marvel's The Void. At the top you have a nice Vision kind of symbol. That's kind of cool. Warning label 4+, and then you get the actual figure right there, all there. It's like with its 2 accessories, and then also the Build-A-Figure piece with the head. Marvel, Vision, Hasbro, and then on the side some nice kind of modern artwork on the classic look. On the back, that same artwork. That's actually pretty cool. And then a little bio in the different languages. We're gonna read that though. The amazing android Vision commands unearthly powers and abilities to fight for humanity as a member of the Avengers. So, pretty cool. And then you see down here, at kind of like the middle area, you have the Build-A-Figure where it's Marvel's like the Void. Then you have the actual Build-A-Figure built with all the numbers that coincide. That coincide with the actual figures that you would get. So where Vision here is number 4, and so you get the head that's number 4. And I do like how you can see it's kind of like raised with like that shine, so it actually has like a feel, so you can actually like feel that, and textured, so it's actually like an actual like a printed on kind of like actual thing in there. So that's very nice. Kind of, even though it's, yeah, and you even get that feeling right there where it's kind of like that smooth plastic instead of, instead of like just the cardboard. So it's kind of like that shinier, smoother, because you can tell where it's kind of like that different kind of plastic. So yeah, it's like, so that's nice that they're doing like a little things to make this feel a little bit more better in hand, where it's just not just a full flat thing. And then here at the back, you still get all your warnings, all your labels at the bottom here. Of course, I got this at GameStop, so a little bit more, yeah, like always a little bit more pricey, but you know what? I'm a pro member too, so I get to save a couple bucks, but not too bad. And I think we're just gonna go ahead, get our trusty X-Acto, and open this up. Thankfully, it's only one cut, one open, and that's it. And I know that I'm still kind of, behind on, on getting this figure open. Nice little insert. It's just some fog, nothing much. Typical Hasbro. But yeah, but I know that I'm kind of behind on this weight. I'm kind of behind on everything, really, except for turtles. But even when I review them or when I get to pictures of them, it's months. It's like it's either like I'm a week or two or like a whole month behind. But here's our Vision right there. Look at him, pretty slick there in his encased plastic tomb. So very nice looking. Get out all the parts, get out the figure, and show off our Build-A-Figure pieces that come with each figure. There we go. Over there. Before we actually get into the actual figure here, get you stand in, we'll look at the Build-A-Figure piece, and I think that's what we're going to do for each of these. And this is actually a pretty cool little sculpt here with the Void, who is, like from what I understand, who's also technically what's his name? Sentry. So where it's either like he's like the same person, or it's like a demon that like possesses him, and he becomes this giant crab monster. But this is really cool. It's like, I did like the look of this design, like when they first showed this off. So it's a very nice, unique look, very much of like a devilish but kind of crustacean kind of look with all like the reds and the blacks and all that. So it looks really cool. So nice little piece to have there. And it's nice that it's also, it's the head. So it's like, if you don't get the whole thing, it's like, at least you have a cool head sculpt. So pretty cool. And then, speaking of cool, get you there already. Little things. I'm already seeing at least one thing I may not truly like, but at least if I can get this, I'm gonna get him. But there he is, our classic Vision right there. And I gotta say, it's like, main thing that really really ups this, that really shows that Hasbro's really updated, is really like this head sculpt right here. Like this is like a premium. I'm gonna get my lights kind of all set up here. Get you, yeah, that looks a lot better. Like look at that. Like that head sculpt is like, that is like almost lifelike with how like they painted like the reds, having like the darker tones on the face, and it's fairly clean. It doesn't look like there's really any missed sculpts on it. Like it's super clean. Like on like the edges with the red, like there doesn't seem to be like any bleeding into that plastic. And of course they use like their modern like their printing tech, when it comes to that. So instead of having the regular, we're gonna get this even more. But yeah, but that looks amazing. It's like that looks like a head sculpt. That I would think like Hot Toys would use. Like that is like a perfect Vision head sculpt there. And then also you have this older style cape where you have a little like the chain, that attaches, but with the puffed collar, and then with the actual cape kind of like puffing out, so giving you a little bit of volume there. And it's like, of course, it's like, of course this is like a plastic. It is like a soft plastic, but like it's not like super pliable. Like it's like you can't really do that without some force, and it's not gonna stay. It's not like bendable. So probably definitely gonna be getting definitely gonna get like an actual like a fabric one. And it would have been nice if they did give us that, but it's like I get why Hasbro does what they gotta do. They gotta see their costs. Like they can't start doing everything like in cloth. I mean, they're doing because mainly cloth. I think they've really done has really just been the lab coats when they did that like with Beast and with with the new the Hank Pym and the with the new the Giant Man of the Wasp 2-pack. So really just lab coats they're doing right now. They're just doing simple all white. But getting back to Vision, you have that all kind of like that green upper costume with the yellow diamond, and that's pretty clean there too. You don't really see very much really mishaps with that. Excuse me. And then you have your yellow kind of like your ab kind of design there, where you have your 3 lines coming down, and then you also have your pinless joints there with the where you got your green and going to the yellow glove. I will say one thing I don't really like is how they kind of like how they have to like paint like the little like the point there. It's like, and you can tell that that's not really perfectly on there, even on that side. It's like it's kind of missing a little bit of the yellow at the bottom, but it's like, but once you get this far, you like barely even notice it. Like even if you get like this far, it's like you're not seeing it. It's like it doesn't even like become a problem, so I'm not too worried about that. And then you got the yellow for the trunks, and then the green down on the legs, and then same with the little triangle at the top of the feet. Still not perfect, but from that far you're not really gonna see it. And then also pinless as well, and then just some basic shoes. So not really too much, because this is reusing the Vulcan body, so a bit bigger and bulkier, but it's like you get all like this great sculpt. And also the fact, like a big thing now really for me, it's like I've really embraced like having like these pinless joints, because this makes this feel more like a costume. Or even if it's like if it's someone's even if a figure has like bare skin, like where where the pins would be, that kind of sells the effect as well. So it's nice having all those, because this makes this look a little bit more quality and better. And also it's like how they're doing like the paint where it's all a little bit more matte. Nothing is really crazily shiny anymore, so that's nice. But this looks really cool. Like, just sculpt-wise and, like, just detail-wise, it's like, what else can you ask for a Vision figure? I mean, it's pretty perfect. It looks great. I do wish maybe, you know what, we'll get to that last, once we get into accessories, but we will just go over articulation. So where, with a regular Hasbro, you got a hinge going to a ball into the head, and can look up almost all the way. Let me try to get him. Well, I got his head off, but you can look basically all the way up, even with that cape. Just gotta, work on it. Hinges down almost all the way to, has some rotation there and a little bit of tilt. That's nice to have. Then at the arms, you have hinge up there at the shoulder, comes back down, comes all around, and then you also have the butterfly joints here, so you can go forward about that much. Here, get a little bit out of the way, and then come back. Well, that's really okay. We're gonna take off this cape just because we don't want to work around it right now. But where, yeah, just to show off the articulation. But yeah, but your butterfly goes forward about that much, and that's actually not bad at all. That doesn't look bad on Vision. Like without the cape, that's not a terrible look. Like this could be, it's kind of like like if you imagine like in Avengers, like the Age of Ultron, it's like kind of like this is like his regular state. But then you get your butterfly joint gets back about there. Not bad at all. And then you get your regular bicep swivel, have your pinless your double jointed elbows, and that goes all the way. And then fists, you get a rotation and a in and out hinge. No up and down hinge, I think, with any of the hands, but we'll be looking at that. And then you have a regular ab crunch, which goes forward that much, goes back that much, and then you do have a waist swivel there. Legs kick out about that much, go back not that far, and then out with both legs. That's pretty good. Not bad at all for Vision, but he won't really be doing the splits, but not bad at all. And then you have your upper thigh cut here, and your pinless double jointed knees, kind of always a little stiff, but this plastic actually feels pretty good, so pretty pliable to use. And that's also another thing. It's like their plastic game has also been kind of up and like it's been kind of going up a little bit with the quality. So, and then boot rotation there, it kind of breaks up like the triangular kind of look there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much either. And then you have your boot hinge, which goes but then you have your foot hinge that goes back and goes forward that much, and then of course the beautiful ankle rocker pivot. Amazing. Always has some of the best articulation. One thing, just to see with the cape, it actually does have a peg hole, so you can actually peg it in the back of the body there, just so it can stay in there. It's always a thing I kind of actually struggle with when it comes like to Hasbro's, with their capes. But it does feel pretty secure. So we just want him kind of just standing there. Looks pretty cool. Or even if we want to do him, if we want to try like a flight, kind of pose. I guess I want to try just do like the Superman. Oh, come on. Because his head doesn't really want to hinge up too much when the cape is actually in the body. But when it's out, it kind of gives you more range to work with, but then it wants to crunch down. Not amazing, I'll be honest. Not the best pose, but it's something. But going over with his 2 other accessories he's actually included with. Get this cape back in here. Come on. Here we go. Excuse me while I battle with this thing. Yeah, and you know, it's like there's always gonna be battle with any figure, but look at that. Like it's like just getting him like in just like a vanilla pose, so easy. Because then he also comes with 2 kind of more split out hands where he has a hand here that's a little bit more, seems a little bit more kind of like relaxed. Just kind of like, okay, it's like he's just there, but then this one's kind of like your typical kind of like magic or power user kind of hand. So we'll switch both of those out. Try that out. Might prefer him with this kind of like this basic hand. Is this the same? It might be the same as the Cyclops that I got right there. We'll see in a second. We might just compare him just to see. But we'll even try. Here we go. You know, just kind of just more casual. It's kind of like just having, it's like it's always kind of like nice to just have like a more just like a casual hand like that. So where it's just like, okay, it's just at his side. But we might do, where's the fist? Or even if we want to do, so always kind of imagine him kind of like floating, kind of putting some wisdom. Yeah, being like, I am an all-powerful robot. An artificial intelligence, I guess, technically. Does that work? I guess so. I mean, if he's floating there. Just kind of like the yellow's kind of just blowing itself out, but not bad. I don't think it looks bad at all. Might do. Kind of makes me wish that there was a little bit more tilt so that he could be a little bit more quizzical, but he might just have like just these hands. Because he's kind of like, this is the vision. Like, and he always is kind of just like, all right, like, let's do it. Let's do the thing. Let's do my power thing. I don't know. He's just a guy. He's just a robot man. Or even if he's like, oh, like just doing like some robot mind stuff where he's like, I gotta look through the database of the entire world just to see what's going on. I don't know. We'll just give him it. Yeah, the one fist in the one hand, but I do gotta say, it's like this is a pretty perfect figure. I mean, it's like he can't really complain too much. The main thing I would say is would be these triangle like the triangle pieces that connect one to the glove and to the boot. Kind of wish there was a way to not have that cut up really and look so kind of like kind of like little messy there, but that's just little minor paint things, or even like maybe one day it'll just be a sculpting thing where it's like, okay, it's like we'll just sculpt that next time, easy. It's like we'll just make a new thing. So yeah, it's kind of like, but that would just be just a little bit extra. But when it comes to just this being just being like this, like just being like just a Vision figure, like this is pretty perfect. I mean, I don't think you can ask for a lot more than this. It's like I do maybe wish he came with like a beam effect, like something that would attach to like his head, just to have something a little bit more. But I can find something. I can do something. But he looks good, like just standing there, and that's really all he's gonna do. He's gonna be on this shelf, just standing there, being a dude. So pretty nice. A very nice showing from Hasbro. A Vulcan body reuse, yes, but that's the point of this. That's their new, pinless, more articulation, bigger proportions, but looks great. Then now we'll get to little comparisons with this. So of course, the main one was the Sunfire body one, which is the Vintage Wave, I think, Vision. And man, it's like I've seen the videos of other guys like comparing like these figures. I gotta say, this definitely does not really compare to like this. It's like I know people really like the shininess and the proportions aren't really that bad, but it's just kind of like when it comes, it's like it's kind of I love like these matte colors and also like this head sculpt. I don't think you can beat this head sculpt. This older one is okay for the time, but with this new one, it's like it's just leagues and beyond better. Like even like how the cape even sits on the body, like that's still better than this. I even want to try even just swapping just to see how the actual capes look on each other. I don't think it'll truly work. So here we have older cape on the new one. And that is not bad. I mean, that is, I would say technically a look he has, where it's just the one whole thing and it just sits there, but it does look kind of weird. And then even if you do, we're just here to have fun. Is there no peg hole? There's no peg hole there, so that's not going to sit properly, but just to try out, just to see how it looks. Yeah. It's like, of course, it doesn't really fit perfectly, but it's a good sculpt, but it's just there. But yeah, it's like maybe it would be nice at some point if they would give us, if they would give us this newer Vision, just basically like just reusing these newer parts, like just do this whole new figure, but have them have like a version like where he has like the shininess on the body, like that would be nice. Maybe it's like a different look, or where it's kind of like closer to like I would say a more modern rendition of this more classic looking, because you can even see like how they do the trunks, like where it's kind of like little yellow like on the actual like the upper thigh area. So yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like but this one is like but this one's good. Is like if you still have it, this is perfectly fine. Like the articulation is all there. It still moves great. Proportions aren't really bad on this, but like compared to this, it's like you're not gonna. Yeah, it's kind of you can't beat this. You can't. Yeah, like when you're talking strictly, like just Hasbro, like with just the Marvel Legends, go for this. This is the vision to get. This is the best one, hands down. This one's okay. And then showing off another Vision. I do even have. I just remembered what Vision I also have as well. But is he in his? He might be in his box. He might be in a bag. No, he's in a bag. I forgot. Okay, like I did forget a Vision. I feel bad for forgetting that. People are being loud in my house, but then we have the more modern kind of Vision. I do, and I will say I do have White Vision, but I didn't get him out. I wish I did, honestly. Now I wish I did. I wish I already prepped for that. But it's like, but here's like the more kind of like the all new Avengers Vision. It's like, and of course, this is on like the Bucky Cat body, but it used like that same, I think, head sculpt, and that was fine for the time, and this was okay. So it works, but still a better figure. So maybe we'll get this look, but on this figure one day. So that might be cool. But then, even though I don't have, White Vision out, I wish I did. I kind of want to go see, but we're not going to. Yeah, we're not going to. We're already like 40 minutes in. But can't have Vision though. Yeah, at least I'm prepared for this. Yeah, can't have Vision without Wanda. And I gotta say, these two complement each other like pretty much perfectly. I mean, if you're talking like color-wise and just like the whole look that they're bringing, like the very, very contrast, kind of like the colors there with the kind of with when you have like the warmer tones with the kind of like the cooler tones of each one, and then also like with Vision when it comes to having like the red face and how that kind of blends with that red a little bit more, where it has like that darker kind of shading on there, so that kind of works too. Of course, it's like at some point would be nice to get to have like a double jointed like a female figure of her, but but this like the retro card has been like their best one. So, but they look great together, and they're going on the shelf, and they're gonna stay up there together. Might need to be a reason to get some fabric capes though, because I still have her original cape, so might be a reason to do a to get some custom parts and do a stream on that. Get all my capes out, and they look pretty good there too. Just kind of like just hanging out together. But now I really wish I did get like my White Vision out, because that looks really good. And that one's even on like the Grim Reaper mold. No, is it? I forget what mold. I forget what mold that one's on, but it's like it looks good. The all White Vision looks great. So maybe if we'll get a White Vision on this body, that would be pretty nice. But with all that being said, and as I've been saying over and over again, this is a beautiful figure. It's like a much needed improvement compared like to Hasbro's kind of like their other classic versions, and I gotta say, it's the best one. You just need a fabric cape, and I think you're good to go. But this figure looks so amazing. Head sculpt is like a whole new level. It's kind of this should be it's like the standard of what they're doing when they do head sculpts when it comes to paint and kind of accuracy, and it's like like and all that detailing. Like like it's kind of like you have to have a head sculpt that looks this good, and it's like, and then the body with the pinless joints. I'll keep praising these pinless joints as much as I can because they just really make these figures feel more premium, and then have like these kind of like these matte finishes on these bodies. Like they're not as shiny, but these bright colors. This is the way that Hasbro has been going with Legends, and it works, and it's sort of the best work that they're doing. It's kind of amazing. So yeah, get this figure. Yeah, if you're able to get this at a good price, get it. Get it. You need it. You need it. Awesome. That just took a dive. But now, get on with, well, how dare we? That doesn't go on the floor, that goes right there. And then next, we're gonna do Power Princess, the Squadron Supreme Power Princess. Essentially, let's be honest, it's Marvel's, their version, of Wonder Woman. I mean, it's like, but she looks great. New whole, body, new parts, so pretty cool. But we're gonna go ahead. Part of the Build-A-Figure wave, the Void has a Marvel logo at the top. 4+ warning. Legends series, the figure of all the accessories and the Build-A-Figure parts. Marvel, Squadron Supreme, Power Princess, Hasbro. On the side, some beautiful artwork. And that's, it's kind of like, okay. It's like, you know what you're doing with that. That's Wonder Woman. But, but then you have that great art on there too. And I do actually, I was going to mention this last box, but I feel like they should really put like the artists, it's like whoever like actually does the art on these. It's like you should put something like there being like art by this person, because this is cool little art, and they should do that. And then you have a nice little bio there, and we'll read that too. Power Princess uses her extraordinary strength and skill to protect Earth alongside with other members of the Squadron Supreme. And I will say already, kind of a spoiler, when it comes to like comparisons, don't have any of this. I don't have any other members of the Squadron Supreme in my collection. I don't have any of the updated. I do have like that very old, Hyperion, but he's a terrible figure. He's in a box, never coming out, because this figure doesn't deserve. They deserve the new one that they did in the 2-pack. But hopefully that'll be on outlet soon, because I'm not paying how they want you to pay how much for it. But the back, you have your same Build-A-Figure, whole thing, whole card up, warnings, legalese, Marvel. I got a GameStop stuff. We're gonna open this figure up. Exacto. Blade. Cut. Tape. Get you going. Get our Hasbro paper. Throw away. And it's the same kind of smoky red inside there. Don't really care too much. But there she is, our Power Princess. With all of her stuff coming up there. Looking pretty cool. First get the Build-A-Figure pieces where you get both legs of the Void, which are basically just the movie, the Venom legs, but with that nice kind of like that red kind of see-through, dark and light kind of plastic, so pretty cool. That's gonna go down there. All of her accessories out here. then the figure herself, plastic, goes away. Let's see, a little dust. Oh, okay. This is like out of box already. I mean, get that. Wow, I can probably cover that up or just clean that off. But out of packaging, there she is. And honestly, she looks pretty great. We're gonna bring back our lights a little bit. Tone it down a little bit. Don't blow out the camera. But she looks pretty cool there. I mean, when you... Yeah, like, and when I say about, like, the head sculpt, like, this is also another beautiful head sculpt there. We're gonna bring this more forward again. But it just looks so amazing, like those piercing blue eyes, and then having, you can tell that she has like the makeup around her eyes, the very thin eyebrows, and then with the lipstick, and then having like the tiara, but with the kind of like the flowing hair that I think also, it's kind of hard to see. I can't tell if it also has like a dry brush. I think it's just all black. Might have a little bit of like a gray dry brush. I can't really tell, but it looks great. It's kind of like this head sculpt is amazing. It's like, and they're still doing like their print. She is looking a little bit to the side, like, yeah, it's kind of like, I think mine is off just by a little bit, but it doesn't like ruin this head sculpt at all. Like, it still looks pretty awesome. Come on, camera, focus. Don't focus on me. Focus on the Power Princess. There we go. And then, of course, you have like her golden necklace there. I don't really... It's like, and I'll be honest, I don't really know anything about, about the Power Princess character. I just know that she's a part of the Squadron Supreme, and she's just a superhero. But then you get the whole, the kind of like the... kind of... Yeah, I don't know if you would call it like a chest plate or kind of like a body armor, technically, where we have like these gold accents that go around the chest with the all black, and you have that little, that triangular kind of diamond shape going down, and then it's all kind of like smooth. And you also see there, she has some abs there, but you also get like that fabric, kind of like that stretch texture throughout there, even to the back there, where you have that little like that fold on the upper torso, and then even right here at the bottom torso. So that's very nice to show it like, hey, it's like this is actually a fabric. It's like, instead of, it's like just how they would do, where it's just a flat piece. And we're probably going to see that in a second. But then you also have this little belt kind of design coming around the whole body, and then even have stretch marks there on the butt piece. And then like some and then you have the arms, which are double jointed for female figures, and also pinless as well. So these are new. And then some cool gauntlet pieces that have like a little design there, with the red kind of touch there and the black kind of inner bracer, and then it's the same on that side. And then kind of like in just your flesh tone kind of muscular legs there, and then you have the boots and the knee pads, which are the same piece down there, but then it's like they have a nice little curve design there at the front, and then just some regular boots there. Has does have like the heel top kind of thing, but they are flat, so she shouldn't be too hard to stand. Maybe a little bit, because it kind of indicates like those heels, so might be something of a battle. We'll try to get her standing. Yeah. A little bit scary, but she can stand her own. Even with a little, she's standing. It's like she is kind of leaning a little bit, and she just fell there. But still looks pretty great. But if we're talking about, it's like what she can do, we'll get into articulation, because with this you only have just the ball, you do not have a hinge in the neck, so she only looks up about that much, and that's even because she has the hair. Even though that is kind of flexible, it is kind of built to go with the shoulder. Oh, and also, look at that back, that muscular back. It's like, it's all muscles with this figure. But you only look up about that much. Look down pretty much all the way, so that's pretty good. Have a rotation all the way around, have a nice little tilt. Not really the greatest, could have a little bit more range, but it's fine. Then you have your shoulder hinge, goes up about that much. I kind of wish you did have like a butterfly joint, but I kind of get why they wanted to keep that smooth, just so it actually looks better, doesn't like rake up the rest of the sculpt there, but that's fine. Then you have your bicep swivel, you have your double jointed pinless elbows, which go pretty far. Like, that's really good. And then I don't think it's with every, no, because because these are her holding hands, so they both have up and down hinges there, but full rotation. And then you have a diaphragm joint, which goes forward about that much, goes back that far, has some tilt, but can do also a full 360 and tilt again, just to show off, just to be like, hey, there it is, there's the articulation. And then you have nothing here, from there down, there's no waist swivel, which is, that's fine, because you get the movement up here, and it's kind of and you don't want to break up the sculpt in the body. But then getting to the legs, she kicks forward about that much, kicks back about that far. I do notice that they did put, it's like, that's kind of a weird thing that they put like the copyright symbols on the inner thigh instead of at the bottom of the feet. I kind of get why you don't want to put too much on there, because she's going to have a hard time standing anyways. So I kind of get that, but I don't know. It's just, it's like, it's kind of, and you don't really see it at all unless you like look at like the very right angle, but you're not seeing it really that much. At least I see it like from behind, because it's very clear, but you're not going to be looking at that. You're looking at this. But then you have your upper thigh swivel, but because of that, it's like it'll expose that, but keep it forward. And then you have your double jointed pinless knee here, which is always kind of a battle whenever you have a different boot attachment, but there we go. So she hinges about that far, not bad at all, and then does have a upper boot swivel, which actually does take the knee pad away from you, so it's kind of, so it does look a little weird, but you'll just be keeping it like that. And there's no under. I kind of wish then that they would have just had like the boot swivel here at the bottom, because that is glued, that is not moving, so I kind of wish that they did that, but I guess I get why. It's like you have to have that whole piece, it's easier to make, and then just fuse them. But yeah, oh well. And then have your foot hinge, goes back about that much, goes forward about that much, and then you do have a ankle rocker pivot, which really doesn't really help too much with the standing. It helps a little bit, but I'll try to get her standing again. And I do actually want to say, on mine, I do have a little bit of a paint effect right there on the chest, right there, just a little bit of gold. It's not really that prominent, I think, in camera, but It's just there. It kind of sticks out, but it kind of just blends right in. But I'll try to clean this, get that, because, you know, you don't want your paint to really be too sloppy on these figures, because they look good when they're clean, and when they're not, they look awful. So that always sucks. But it's like, but since she's has like her holding hands, you might as well get to her first accessories, where you have her sword here, just a kind of like a regular kind of yeah, like a, I don't know if you would call it Roman or Greek. I guess kind of Greek, because the Romans stole everything, but you know, kind of like a mystical kind of magic sword, where you have this gold hilt. It's like all one piece with the red kind of gem on the both sides of those, and then going up with the silver, and that actually has a actual tip there, so that's very nice. And then you have her shield, which is very much of a kind of like a Greek or Roman, I guess, kind of shield design. Very nice with the all gold, and has like a kind of like a burning sun kind of design there, and then has studs and then little lines on there. And then even on the back you have little line stuff there, and then it's just a clip there. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we'll get those in her hands. That just goes on shoulder pretty well. Oh yeah. I mean, look at that. I don't think you can really beat that. We're gonna move you. I mean, that looks amazing. It looks really cool. I mean, that's probably how she's gonna look forever. She's gonna just be basically do the Wonder Woman pose, but on the Marvel shelf. And it's like, especially if like especially now, if you have like the whole team, it's like you have her like Hyperion, and then also like the three other guys. I can't remember their names. Yeah, it's like I can see them in my head, but I just can't remember their names. But it's like if you get like this whole group together, it's like, and this is like your main, like your female member. She's the badass. She is the badass of the team, besides Hyperion. But she's like at least first or second in the group. So really cool, really nice. See if she'll stand, and she does stand pretty easily. Not that hard to get her to stand up. She does want to go a little bit, but that might be because of the accessories, and also because of her ankle pivots aren't doing what they're supposed to right now. So that's kind of always the thing when it comes to like these heels. Yeah, even when they're like these better ones that are kind of like these, kind of like these fake, like these filled heels. But at some point she's like, I just want them to just wear shoes. They can be a little bit taller. I don't mind. It's like that's what they're that's what they're supposed to do. They're basically gods. But she looks pretty good there. And then showing off her other accessories, where she actually comes with, and she fell there, where she actually comes with two kind of like a fist and an open hand. So that's nice to have, that you can have that option of having her just with that. Having the option to to do more poses and kind of more kind of stuff like those. Yeah, like where she's kind of like summoning, like, come here. Yeah, like I'm bow down to your princess or something like that. Or even if you want to do, well, we'll even do, before I switch out that hand, get her punch in. someone, and of course she needs to aim down because it's like because she's so huge. Like she's basically like a 7-foot tall person. It's like this literally is like Wonder Woman. So I can never do my punches that well, and I also think it's because like my paint's a little off, so it's not perfect, but we'll get her. At least we'll get her holding her sword. Another thing, yeah, it's like I think I just prefer her with it in like in her right hand. I know they give the option of having it maybe in the left hand, but like, but if you don't have that shield, I don't think it really matters too much. So we'll do. Get her like that. Kind of like standing off. Even just kind of just like that's like pretty cool. Like that's like a scene right there. Where she was just be like slid back. She's like, all right. That's all you got? And all that kind of stuff. Or even if you prefer, I guess even depending, it's like it probably doesn't even matter what hand is on here, but it's like because you can have like her regular hand just kind of like just more casual there, or if you even want her a little bit more casual here, just kind of I guess just like pure like just warrior kind of stance. Like that looks pretty cool. And like, and you know me, it's like I always wish that we had like some kind of effect, because I'm also kind of like, well, it's like I know she's like the power princess, but you know, does she have like magical powers? Is it not like just physical? I would assume there's magic, because you know they literally have magic users on their team, but you know, she still looks great though. I would say probably one of Hasbro's better female figures. I mean, one of the better like figures. Yeah, that's a Wonder Woman. That's technically not Wonder Woman, but Hasbro has a game in that, so might just work. And they are working, yeah, like with McFarlane Toys, so it's like it seems like Hasbro's a little bit more open to, you know, let other companies play with their properties instead of the other properties just letting Hasbro play with it, because it's not like they make quality toys or anything. It's not like they're like competition, but you know, but they make awesome toys like this, so yeah. But she looks great. Great figure. Awesome figure. And we'll do a little comparison. First we'll do it with our Vision that we just got. I know they're not really same team, but same waves, so yeah, like, and they look pretty cool together. All updated kind of stuff there. Get her to stand up. Okay. It's like still kind of like with these kind of shoes, I still gotta get used to. I'm still not used to them, but it looks okay there. I still gotta cover up that knee though, and that makes her want to fall, which I don't like. Yeah, and then we'll do getting her next to, I've already forgotten her name. I just had her name. It's gone. But she's kind of like Thor's like long lost sister. Yeah, like the chick from Spawn. So what's her name? It's like, and she's yeah, like, and she actually is like a pretty cool figure. Like she actually won, I think, like the fan vote, and it's like, but she's a really cool figure, and they actually kind of work together pretty well. So kind of nice, kind of like that goddess kind of look there. Even do like a little bit of like a stand up, like okay, which one's better, Greek or Viking? I guess I don't know, but they look cool and they look good together. And it's like, and then they're both kind of bigger females. It's like she's a little bit taller than Power Princess, but I think that's fine because she's like an actual, like an Asgardian. So yeah, so that's fine. And it would be crazy like it has for redid her, but like it's like, well, with like these parts, that would be insane. Like you just make this figure into this. Of course, you have like this whole thing, but it's like and all the armor. But I think they could do it. They could do a better updated version of this figure now, because this is like, how old is this? This is a 2016 figure. This is almost 10 years old. This is 9 years old. That's insane. That's 9. Oh. But then talking about other bigger female figures, and yeah, like, and she's actually really taller. You have the She-Hulk, and this one is my gray one. I do not have a green She-Hulk. I only have this one because I just like it. But it's definitely like that bigger, muscular body, and it's definitely like a more different look that you're going for. But it's nice to have a variety like this, and they look really, really cool together. She does not want to stand, but that's fine. And then our one non-Hasbro figure we're going to be looking at, because of course I have Mezco's Wonder Woman right here, who is my Wonder Woman on the shelf, essentially my perfect version. You can see the influence and kind of like the simplicity that's there, but it's like, yeah, it's like, this is essentially like, yeah, it's kind of like if you gave this figure to someone and was like, who is this? They would say, is that Wonder Woman? Because look at that. Because that's Wonder Woman. It's like, it's very iconic. It's like, and this is still kind of like more modern. This is actually kind of more classic feeling, but it's like, but very much different and very much two different characters, technically, but, but it's the same kind of aspects. It's the same kind of themes going on, but they both are great looking figures because, I don't buy McFarlane that much. I buy them enough, but it's like, but not enough to warrant like a figure like this, like Hasbro, where they can make a figure like that, and it's nearly perfect, even though it's not, Wonder Woman. But that's fine, because this looks great. This is an awesome figure, even though like it's not like a character that I'm really familiar with in the Marvel Universe. She looks really cool. So I definitely recommend her. Yeah. But a very cool figure. Nothing really much to really complain about. I guess it's really like just like the little like the paint splotch I have here. Yeah, like on her chest. Where is it? Yeah, it's on that one. Where you have like the little the little like that gold that's on the black paint. So I'll have to see if I can clean that off. I think I could with just some water and some soap. Easy enough. Or, black paint marker. Get it going. So, yeah. But a really cool figure. A very nice female figure from Hasbro. And then our last figure of the night. And it's only... What time is it? It's only 9:17. We're feeding through this thing. We're going to get done by this, hopefully by like 9:30. So that'll be cool. Well, to our last figure, we got Crystar who is a very, very, I would say, kind of not a very known character. Technically, I guess I've never heard of him until like until they announced this figure, and based on the stuff I've seen, he's like in his own thing. Like he just it's kind of like he's in his own world. No one else has really like seen this dude, I think, but he looks really cool. Of course, by the name, he's an all crystal guy. Oh, yeah, pretty cool. But again, with the packaging. Of course, the last that we'll see of this for tonight is a Void, Build-A-Figure, Marvel logo, 4+, Warning, Legends series, the figure with all the accessories and the weird bits of our Build-A-Figure. Oh, big old crab legs right there. Marvel's Crystar, Hasbro logo there. Some nice art. This is like some very classic art. That looks beautiful. And that beautiful art continuing there, that's like some He-Man stuff right there, and that looks beautiful. Then bio in your different languages, and the bio says, Crystar, Prince of Crystallium, leads an elite team of crystal warriors against the threat of chaos. I don't know what chaos is, if it's just literal chaos, or if it's, I don't know, like a physical, like a representation of it, or just a guy called Chaos, but that sounds pretty interesting. So if we can get some villains to go with this guy, I'd love that. So then we have the Build-A-Figure lineup again. Last thing we'll see, where I got 1, 2, and 4. I don't have any of the others. Don't really care. We'll see at some point, but that Build-A-Figure looks really cool. Warnings, legalese, and no thing, you just get the barcode there, because I got this on Pulse, as I said before. But our last use of our trusty X-Acto, don't drop it, don't cut yourself, don't cut the wires. We'll get this going. Nice little cut there. Sheath the knife, because he is done for the night. We just go for it. Of course, inside just your red smoke. Oh, and also, this goes away. Never. Why do we need that? Oh, alright. Well, I guess we'll just first get to the Build-A-Figure parts, because they have their own tray, because they're so big. These weird kind of crustacean tendril pieces, and they are like I think they're both but they're both like just solid pieces. They don't have any like articulation or bend. Like these are not gonna move, but they're pretty cool. Like they're still like that, like that see-through red and kind of black, but with kind of like these tendril goo pieces there, so it's very much kind of like alive and not natural. It's kind of more alien. It gives a more kind of like an alien feeling of it, but they look really cool. They actually kind of look like like a scorpion pincer, so that's kind of cool too. But we'll see. One day we'll have this Build-A-Figure, but it'll be a while probably. Water break. Always need a water break, because I gotta say, this figure, I gotta get some light up in here, because the more light, the better I think this figure is gonna look. I mean, look at Crystar in all his crystal knightly form, in his plastic tomb, and we'll just get him open. Because I gotta say, it's like, especially when you see him like against the light that I have right here, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty awesome. Get out these hands. First, we'll get the sword. They packed that like perfectly. And the shield. That's pretty perfect. I already got my greasy fingers on that. That's gonna have 2 goes that way. And then here is Crystar. As he... Whoa, hold on. There we go. What is happening there? Is there a thingy there? Doesn't feel like it. Don't like that. Okay, I guess not, but... Did they give? No, they don't give that. Okay. But, here's our Crystar out of the box. Of course, I don't think the camera's going to like him very much, but I gotta say, this is a very cool design. Like, one, it's like, okay, it's kind of like, and I've been like just praising Hasbro, with their head sculpts, but this is an amazing head sculpt. Having kind of like the crystal helmet, but having like that crystallized face, and you can tell it's it's like it's a different thing, and having like the wings on the side and kind of like the red crest kind of like pointed at the front. It's kind of actually like, it's kind of a more of like a rectangular shape, so it kind of actually feels like it takes up the entire head, because you have the rim there, and then you can kind of actually see through it, so you can tell it's like, it's like there's like an actual like a head under there, like it's not just like all one thing. So that's really cool. And then having like this crystal, kind of like this see-through, where you can see like the inner workings a little bit of the body, but having like this kind of like this texture right here is really cool. Having kind of like this, I guess kind of like this glow, kind of like sun symbol on the chest looks really good, and how it's all kind of like bumpy and like crystal feeling. So that's really cool. Even when it comes to like the musculature, that's more kind of like squarish, like actually like an actual like a cubes and squares, and you can definitely see that in the lighting. And then getting to the arms where they have that same texture, so that's all new, all pinless, and then getting to like the classic kind of like red gloves and the trunks, and then having like this little like this diamond here on the belt there, and then even on the abs, it's all kind of square. It's a little stuck, but that's fine. It's all kind of like all has like a curve. Like nothing is like, like fully smooth. Like there's like little creases and bumps. And then even on like the fabric, like you have these little fabric stretch marks on the glove and on the trunks there. So that's nice. Going all the way back there too, and even on the belt detail. So that's nice. And then having that same kind of like that jagged crystal texture on the legs, and you can kind of see the pegs there, but I don't think that really takes anything away. And then also the hinges too, but they're also pinless, so that looks great. And then that crystal texture on the thighs there, and then even not very much on the knees. They're like a brighter blue, but they have that texture, and then that even goes into the actual boot there, as you can see. And then you get to these boots that have the diamond little crest there, and then just some basic feet. So, yeah. Sculpt-wise, this is a beautiful, beautiful figure. And then even having like these newer hands, I think this hand is new. This hand might be reused. It's always just a fist. I knocked over a whole lot, but we'll deal with it later. I'm just getting too excited about this figure, because just look at it. It looks so cool. That is so awesome. But yeah, it's like, and to have like a figure like this that kind of doesn't really go with anything, like this will have to like stick out. He's gonna be like at the front over here. You're probably not gonna see him, but he's gonna be like up here. But like, he just looks so cool. It's like, it's such a unique figure, and it's kind of crazy that Hasbro can do a figure like this now, that they're like at the point where they're like, yeah, we'll do Crystar. Who's Crystar? I don't know, a crystal guy. And then they do it this good. That's so good. Of course, you can see like more of like the inner workings, especially like on like a darker backdrop like this. But with like the lights that I have like right in front of it, it looks perfect. Like, it doesn't even matter like what you see. It looks so good. This figure looks amazing. And then guess really the main thing is getting to articulation here. So where even with the helmet sculpted on there, he looks up about that much, looks like all the way down, like literally looks at his chest. So that's kind of cool. Has a full rotation there on the head, has a bit of a swivel, kind of the best swivel, so pretty good. Yeah, for a helmeted guy. Then you get a shoulder hinge here, goes up about 90. Then you do get your bicep. Do you have a bicep swivel? No bicep swivel. I thought there was a bicep swivel. I thought that they were that mad, but no, it just looks that good. And then you have your bicep swivel there, then your pinless elbows here that hinge about that much. Then you got the claw, that rotates there and hinges forward and back. Vision just took out himself. I don't even know where he went. He's down there. Oh, get over here. Everyone go off the table. Everyone's not allowed on the table till we're done. But yeah, he's got the claw, so hinge forward and back. And that's the same for the fist 2, so where it's just the hinge forward and back, and then just rotation. But we will look at the other hands because they have different articulation, but we'll do that when we look at accessories. But then you do have a ab crunch here that crunches that far forward and that bar back. I mean, that's pretty good for Crystar. That's really good. And then you do have a waist swivel that's under the belt there, so it's a little bit stopped by that actual piece there because that's a separate piece, so that does kind of stop it, but that doesn't really ruin anything really. Of course, it kind of gaps up what's going on there, but that's why you keep it like that, because it looks good. And then feet go out, legs go out about that much, go back about that far, go outside, can basically do the full splits, which is insane. I just took down his sword, but he can do that, I guess, if he wants to. Do like a Spider-Man kind of thing. Where'd your sword go? It's down there. We're becoming a mess now. It's like we're going crazy because I'm getting into it. Can basically do the splits, which is insane for a figure like this. And then upper thigh cut right there. We'll do it again just for me. And then double jointed pinless knees that actually go all the way up. So that's really nice. Of course, really just hinders right there because of the actual the boot sculpt there, but still, that's great range. I can't tell if he has boot swivel or not. Just based on what I'm feeling, I don't think he does, and that kind of sucks because this would be perfect because I think this needs it. Because if you gave that to the Power Princess, where it's this basically the same setup, but you give her the boot swivel where that uncovers, I don't think why once you do that, because you have different knees right there, that's not attached to the knees. We just saw that, so because that doesn't attach at all to the knee, so why not have a boot swivel, unless mine are just stuck, because I'll watch later. But it doesn't feel like it has that, which sucks, honestly. And then you have a foot hinge that goes back that far, goes forward that far, and does your typical ankle rocker pivot. So good. And he just stands perfect. Don't even have to really put any effort in it. And he just looks so good, even just kind of just standing there. Just off in the distance. Looking really cool. But if this being a gladiator man, gotta have his gladiator weapons. So where you have his crystal sword right there, and everything's made out of crystals, by the way. So where he has this nice, unique crystal sword right here. Nice kind of like riveted hilt with the little diamond point at the bottom. Then have these little diamond little side pieces. Little diamond at the top of the blade and then to the blade. That's your point. And that's like perfect all around. And then you also have his shield, which is basically which is perfectly see-through, but has this nice little design here with these lines and these diamonds there. A little bit of looks like paint, but a little sharp polish can do. Get rid of all my fingerprints. I mean, my fingerprints are already all over this thing, so it's not perfect as it was, but that's fine. And then you have this little this handle that has the same the riveting texture. So very nice. We'll go ahead though, switch out the hands, because then his last accessories are of course the hands. So where these are his holding hands, and they both have the up and down joints there, as you can see. So we'll put those on so you can get those in action here. And how does he hold it? So he has the sword in the right hand, of course. We go by our reference picture where he's doing the He-Man thing, so we'll do that in a second. Then has the shield in that hand. The shield actually looks different. That looks like a different shield, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about a crystal man having a crystal shield, so it makes sense. But we'll get him in the He-Man. How is he doing it? Because how he's doing it is the way I want him to do it. I guess kind of like that's how he's doing it. I don't know. I can do better. Even if I get him. I guess we'll just do our typical sword, like our sword and shield kind of look, where they're just standing there, just looking all cool and badass. Not actually, doing a pose or anything. But I'm gonna do the He-Man. We're gonna try to do our best He-Man. I mean, kind of literally like, I have the power. Like, that looks pretty good. That's pretty sick. Even just kind of like get him a little bit closer, just kind of even just like that, where he's going like straight up. It's kind of like the Star Wars kind of thing, but it's like that magic type. I do kind of wish, like, that the shield was maybe a little bit more blue like this. It's like, and also like the body. I wish it wasn't like as see-through, but I guess that's just kind of my little thing. I could even just get, like, I wonder if he had like a different shield, because based on the art, it looks like just a regular shield. I don't know if that's just lighting on it, but I'll have to see. But that just looks pretty cool, though. In any case, that looks really awesome. it's a cool figure. It's an awesome looking figure, and I know I've said this about every single figure that's been on this table. You know, every figure that we've looked at on the review has been awesome. Not every figure back then was awesome, but this is like a pure kind of like pocket figure that you take with you because you're just like, I just want to have a figure that I can have fun with and that I can travel with and not feel too bad about breaking. And I think this would be my one now because this just looks so good. You can take this anywhere and this will look great. This is an awesome, awesome figure. Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna just like stay like this, I think, for now. I'm not gonna even... Oh, I'm back again. Hello. You're live. Okay. Yeah, I guess it goes through like an hour and a half kind of period, and then it's like, okay. It's like, we gotta save data. Then keep going. It's like, okay. But, yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome figure. Oh, yeah. There he is. But we will do our last round of comparisons, because after him, we're going to do all the, all the wave figures. So we'll do those last, but we'll compare them with some other see-through figures that we've seen through, that we've seen throughout the years. Only a couple. I didn't get all of the ones that I have. I know there's probably more, but I just couldn't really think of any that work with this. So I went with this Iceman, like specifically like the X-Men wave, the Juggernaut wave version, and you can see kind of like how different their blues are. A little bit, like it's a little bit darker here, but I think when it comes to actually like overall look, like it definitely looks better than this. Like this definitely looks more like icy type, so this isn't bad at all. I never thought this was a bad Bobby figure, in my opinion, but this is really cool. But this is definitely like an interesting way that they would do Iceman. I would love to see them do Iceman like in this kind of way, so that'd be very nice. And then I didn't even think about this. We'll do another X-Men. Yeah, we'll do another Bobby just cause. And I didn't even plan on putting him out because he's not even see-through, but just to have. Because where you have your classic X-Men Iceman, so definitely, like different interpretations and different looks, but both pretty good figures though. And then last see-through figure is actually, it's actually something a little bit closer, I think, color-wise, and kind of like what they're doing is is this Iron Man one from the Ursa Major wave, I think, and honestly this doesn't look bad. This Iron Man figure does not look bad at all. It's like, especially because since they have like all like the little line details, I kind of wish that they did that on the back, but I get it, they want to save money, so they do that. But it's like, but that actually looks pretty good. And then it's like, but compared to this looks amazing. I know now on camera it doesn't look as good, but in person here, like with all these lights, it looks gorgeous. It's a gorgeous looking figure. So this is like the way to go, like for Hasbro, if they want to do more stuff like this, or even like just do this. It's like have it with like your blues, but maybe have like these kind of like these blues that are more kind of like see-through and kind of cooler compared to like this, where it's like it's kind of hard to see through unless you get a light on it, but it's kind of heavy paint. But this is like actual like less paint, more kind of actually detailing and sculpting and letting the plastic do the work for you. So really cool figure, and this ain't bad either. But I think we'll get our guys on here, but I think that does it for our little stream tonight. Looked at a few very good figures that I'm glad I picked up on, that I have been excited to get. And it's like, and in my case, I've had this Power Princess and the Vision like ever since like they first came out, so I've been kind of just waiting my time to get all three It was really just it was really like just getting this Crystar. I kind of wish I got it sooner, but I'm glad I got him now. But really, these are all amazing figures that deserve the praise. One that they get and one that they don't get. So yeah, great figures. Vision is perfect to go onto the Avengers cell. The like my main my main like Avengers display shelf. Um, Definitely knocks the old one out of the park. Sculpting, kind of everything about this figure looks great except for like the little like the points on the gloves and the boots. Those could be updated a little bit more with maybe just sculpting detail. So that's like the one thing that's wrong with this figure. And then also, a fabric cape, but that goes without saying, I think. It's like, if you want to do that, do that. If you don't, you don't. I probably don't. I don't know. But an amazing figure, a must have. If you want to have a full, like a classic Avengers team, get this Vision. You need it. It's great. And then Power Princess, I don't think you really need her if you're not really into the character, but if you if you want to basically have a Wonder Woman for your shelf, and it's like, and if you know, it's like but if you know how to customize or know someone who will customize this into a Wonder Woman, I would say that's even more of an incentive to get this. But then also, she also completes a team that they just completed too, so that's really cool that you can actually have this whole team, and then she's all updated on that bigger female body, all pinless, double jointed, looks great. And then the paint details and then head sculpts are amazing. Pinless joints go a long way. And then speaking of sculpt, all of it just went into Crystar 2. It's like, it's just so well done, like all like the sculpting, the detailing, and then also he's such like a niche, like this is niche, like like if we're talking about like niche, Vision. You might know Power Princess if you know like the team, but you do not know about Crystar. Crystar is the deep of the deep. If you're just like a casual Marvel fan, and they executed kind of, I would say, technically like a D level technical character. Yeah, that they executed like this kind of character very, very perfectly. All like the sculpting, all the details, and just kind of like the way that they're doing that they're doing like the see-through look here really brings it all together. Power Princess still does not want to stand up, and that's like just like a regular female figure thing, but it just takes a little work. But I do gotta say, an amazing figure, a great looking figure here. Took a little bit of a dive there. Has a little paint scratch there. That kind of sucks now. But we just hide that. But yeah, but overall, 3 amazing figures that I recommend. We're gonna try to get everyone facing the camera. Is everyone facing the camera? You're I don't know. I think you are. You might not be. You're gonna look like there. I don't even know. Well, they're probably not. Yeah, but they're probably not even really looking at the camera because it's up there. You're right there. I'm not even looking at you. Because I'm just looking at myself. But yeah. Awesome figures. Needed update. Nice extra character. Crazy extra character. Super well done. But yeah, but what time is it? 9:47. Just under 2 hours, so I think we'll call it good, y'all. So thank y'all to everyone who's been watching, supporting. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any recommendations of what you want me to look at next week, whether I have it or not, I would be open if y'all want to, recommend me to open something. I don't know, because I have a lot of stuff. And, yes, just ask questions. Get on here live, so. But thank y'all for all the support. And these have been doing pretty well. And also, Hopefully I'll be able to upload another review of some older figures as well. So very, very, I'm very far behind when it comes to, the trends. I mean, I just did Black Widow. Like, Black Widow was like last year, but an amazing figure. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Have a good night. Thank you.